So officially welcome and welcome to those that are watching on replay that can't make it tonight. Welcome to Mood Boost 2023. Oh my goodness. I've just been sat here for half an hour just like waiting to start. I'm like so excited to start this with you. Susie, I can see. Thank you so much. I'm just really ready for it. I don't know how you guys are feeling. We're going to come on to that. Obviously, something, because that's why you're here for Mood Boost. So I'll talk you through all of that. I'll talk you through how the whole thing is going to work. One thing that's slightly different to the other Mood Boosts is that I'm not going to be doing the lives as long as they were before, but I'll be doing more. So the reason for that is I went on one recently and they were much shorter. And when you can't make a class, it's much easier to catch up. So you don't feel like you're getting behind. So this is something that I thought would be really useful to you as well. I do have a tendency to witter on, and that's why I've said between 10 to 30 minutes. So let's see. That's excellent, Rue. Me too, me too. And I just feel in a really, really good place to kind of get you motivated and get you going. And I really want you to feel absolutely fine with wherever you're feeling tonight, however that feels, okay? And hopefully you've already been a little bit boosted just by joining. But we'll come on to all of that. Let me just go through how it's going to work so you know what to do. So each day, as you can see, there's a little bit of an agenda to go through, mostly at 7:30. Then there's one in the morning time. And it'll be here, either on Facebook or it'll be on the website. If you struggle to access any of those things, do let me know and I'll share the actual YouTube link as well. So it's all in a whole private area of YouTube. So if, for example, you join and it's just not playing, press play or press refresh on whether it's Facebook or the website. I'll always go live exactly as I say, unless there's some kind of technical glitch. And if it is, I will post something as soon as possible, or I'll message a friend if there's an internet issue and they can message so you know exactly what is going on and you're not missing anything. That's one of the reasons why I go live a little bit earlier than planned, so that the system has time to get you in. Oh, that's lovely. So you've got yourself a whole new notebook. I'm absolute fan of notebooks. I have quite a few different ones for different things. And it just helps you to get into that headspace, doesn't it? So brilliant. So one thing that I wanted to, I've got a little list of admin things that I wanted to go through before we crack on. The other thing is I mentioned about commenting every day. Okay. The reason for that, I've already mentioned in quite a few posts, but in case you've missed that, the reason for that is a few actually. So if you comment on the posts every day in this group, it's the task itself. So after every session, there'll be a post that goes out. It'll be a still image. It won't be the video, and it'll be a reminder of the task. Okay, that will be the one what you put your answers to. Okay, so it'll be really, really obvious. I'll tag you all in. It'll be like, this is the post. You write your answers. Now, if you want to keep that private, that's absolutely fine. You can email me them instead at hello@inspire-rewire.com, or you can put them in the Facebook post, or you can wait till right at the end of the week and you can just send me one big email with it all on. That's fine. All I would say is if you are sending me email, just put day one or day two or whichever, so it's easy for me to kind of catch up, because it takes a little bit of time to put all that stuff together. Now, the people that have posted their answers to every task every day will then be in for the prizes at the end. You know, I always do this at the end. So there'll be 3 prizes and I'll be sharing what they are a little bit later. Maybe not tonight, but another time. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is for accountability. So a lot of us do things like this. We've done things like this before. I myself too. Now, one of the benefits of doing it together and being in a group like this is that accountability. So it's accountability to me, it's to yourself, it's to others in the group. What that does is it helps you to really kind of hone in on going where you want to go with this, and without the pressure. Okay, so like I say, if you want to just drop me something at the end, if you don't want to put anything at all, that's absolutely fine. It's not even mandatory to share that with me. If you want to keep it in your notebook and keep it to yourself, you're being accountable to you. But it just gives you an extra kind of support. And also, you never know who you're going to help by actually writing something down and letting somebody see how you feel or your answers, especially if someone's got a brain block or they're just struggling to find the right word for something. It's really, really helpful for that. So that's all of that out of the way. Tonight, then, each day there's going to be, as I say, a really small task. And the reason for that is because to make real change, it happens through very, very subtle shifts in the mind. It doesn't happen by going to bed tonight and waking up tomorrow with a completely different mindset. Having said that, sometimes just the choice to even join something can have such a massive impact already. So, what we're going to do today is really look at how we're feeling. I want you to out how you're feeling. And you can even start tonight by jotting some of those words down. This is not part of the task, but you can share with the group. So, the overall arcing feeling that you're experiencing at the moment, and it's kind of like on a scale of 0 to 10. And this is leading you into the task a little bit as well. But 10 being, I'm absolutely on top of the world, and 0 being, Nick, I am really not good right now. Okay. And also, I just want to kind of reach out to you here and remind you that I am a hypnotherapist and an LP coach. And if you need a little bit of extra support, if there's something else here, then of course, during this challenge, please reach out to me and I'll help you the best that I can. But what happens is when we out it and when we drop the judgment, we can draw a line in the sand and we can say, okay, that's fine. That is such a huge part of any kind of personal development, spiritual development, any kind of growth, is being able to step back from that. Okay. You might have heard it before, be the watcher. This is something that came to me the other day when I was, I had this vision. I was like meditating, I had this vision, go by, I'm just refreshing in case any messages have come up here because they've stopped. That's fine. It might be just that you're listening. No problem. Go by the water, go by the water. And I know a lot of people in this group are really drawn to the water as well. I've just got tingles there because I just feel that's a really important message to give to someone today. So be near the water a little bit more if you can, especially if you're the like fiery type as well. But also if you're the more flowy type, because it's, you know what, different water for different moods as well. So I just had this like vision of just being near these amazing waves that I've been having here. And I just sat there and I meditated a little bit. And I was like, silence. I've not done that kind of meditation for ages. It was lovely. And I was like, be the watcher, be the watcher, be the watcher. And it was a voice from a meditation, that a guided meditation I've listened to before. It was her voice. And I was like, this is really interesting. And immediately the breathlessness that I was having on that particular day just went. And it reminded me of the Bhagavad Gita. If you know the Bhagavad Gita, it's part of the yogic philosophy. It's advice. It's absolutely amazing. And one that always really sticks with me is the field and the knower of the field. And what that means is the field is your body, it's your emotions, it's your mind, it's the physical stuff in the world. The knower of the field is that person stepping back and looking at all of that from a completely neutral perspective and going, one of my favorite phrases, that's interesting. So when we look at how we're feeling today, on all these different things that I'm going to go through with you, it's practicing that non-judgment and stepping back and being the watcher. That in itself is an absolute miracle when we can do that, when we can look and go, that's interesting, and somehow separate ourselves from our emotions and remind ourselves that we are not our emotions, we are not our body. So it's that drawing of the line in the sand and going, well, we need to know where we are before we know where we want to go. Sometimes we just run ahead. And this is why I don't do New Year's resolutions. This is why I always wait for a couple of weeks in January to pass, because you feel like you get taken up with all the energy around at that time, like, gonna do this, gonna do that. Da, 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 da. And you're just thinking, well, first of all, I'm still knackered from the end of the year. Just because it's the 1st or the 2nd of January, it's only 3 days since the 28th of December, but suddenly it's a new year. So it's about being kind to ourselves and really kind of, as we've been talking a lot about, wintering, coming back to yourself, listening to those niggles, settling and forgetting everything else around you, all the good advice and everything else and coming back to yourself and going, right, well, what do I feel right now and what is the best choice for me in any given moment? So that leads me on to this task. So out of a scale of 0 to 10, and this is something you can share with me now, or it's something you can put on the task tomorrow. What is your number? And as I say, just feel free to drop that in. I do apologize if you are sending me messages because they are not showing on here. But that's fine. I will come back to it after. Oh, thank you. So it's just that you were listening. Okay, I'm going to take that as you were listening. Brilliant. Okay. So we've got a 2, Rue. I feel you, absolutely. And you know what? We can't always be high vibe, right? So it's just going, that's where I am. That's what I'm feeling. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for the person that put 6. Can't see your name on there. Now, what I would like you to do to actually complete this task, so this is the stuff that you'll put in the post that I'll share with you after this, is go through, thank you, Susie, go through your list. I've got it on the website and I will repost it in here, but I'm going to run through it with you anyway, because you might want to do it right here and now, then you've done it, or you might want to go away and sit with it. It's up to you. It depends on how you work and what kind of mood you're in. So we've got 9 things on my list here. And usually, this is what we say in hypnotherapy, it's usually the first number that comes into your head rather than really thinking about it. What should my number be? You know, I thought I'd be lower than that, but I'm not, I'm higher than that. Or I thought I'd be a bit higher, but I'm lower. Try not to analyze it and just go with the first thing that comes into your head. Thank you for popping those in. I can see Diane's putting in there. Right, so if you want to stay with me for the next couple of minutes, we'll go through the list. Don't worry if you have to pop off. If you want to return to this and give it a little bit of attention. If not, I'm going through my list. So from 0 to 10, 10 being the best, 2 being, not good, 0 being really flat out. And then I'll come and tell you what this is all about. So from 0 to 10, my self-confidence. Not going to give you much time to do this. Confidence in the world. So you can write it down for yourself. You can just get your notebook out and write it down. Confidence in your work or career. Thank you, Hannah. It's nice to see your answers. Happiness in your life in general. Now, what you might feel as you're going through this is you might start to feel some emotion coming up, and that's perfectly natural. I don't want you to suppress what is coming up for you. You might even be quite shocked by some of your answers, and that is fine. Remember, we're drawing a line in the sand. Mood Boost is taking you from this place to somewhere else, okay? Satisfaction in your home setup. Happiness in your love life, and this can be including the choice of being on your own as well, or being on your own in general. Time dedicated to your self-care or your me time. And that can encompass so many things. That can be your personal development as well, a bit like the NLP Life Wheel in that way. That's what we did last year for Mood Boost. We're not going into that this year. Work-life balance. So I've got focusing more on health here in brackets, so food and exercise, if that feels too similar to the other one. And this one. Now, I think this is something that is my focus at the moment, but your focus might be different. Number 9, fun and laughter in your life. That's sometimes one we always forget, don't you think? We get so serious about all these different things. And a lot of the stuff involved in mood and feeling is taken away by the seriousness and the tasks and the goals and the, heavy stuff. But if you bring the lightness and the fun into your day-to-day, into the feeling, if you keep stepping back from something and lightening up, things start to shift, and we'll come on to that. So with this then, obviously I've covered quite a few subjects there with those questions, and you might be thinking, oh my goodness, most of them are really low, or they're so sporadic. Some of them are really high, some of them are low, and you might be quite balanced throughout, but you're thinking, it's all right, but generally a 5, 6, 7 across the board, the occasional 8. You're thinking, oh, that's okay, but is it okay though? Is it? So only you know the answer to that. And what I would like you to start thinking about, ready for day 2, is out of these ones, because actually the task itself is answering those questions, giving the numbers. So when you give me those numbers, you don't have to list those things down, the actual phrases. You can just put 7, 6, 8, 2, something like that. Okay, you don't have to actually, unless you want to do it for yourself. And you can also use the group to reach out to other people. That's what I say in the beginning. And likewise, to help other people in the group. That's what it's about. It's a private group for us to help, share, support each other. So eventually what you'll be doing is you'll be honing down on your answers, and you'll be making a decision about which one you want to kind of focus on. And from there, we'll be doing our transformation statement, but that all comes tomorrow. So kind of looking at your list and going, that might be a 2. And that's a 6, but actually I want to work on the 6. I'm not that fussed about the 2 for now. So, let some of them slide. Which ones are really important to you? So that brings us to a kind of close on day 1. But what I really want to do is kind of end this with a affirmation that is one of my go-tos. In fact, it's my number 1 affirmation, and it's from Louise Hay. And it's something that really just soothes me when I feel like, what is going on? And I'm really unbalanced, and I just feel like a bit in turmoil, or just feeling a bit of panic or something like this, which these kind of things may kind of reveal to you. And the reason why I'm not going to go too far into this with you tonight is because sometimes we also have to practice being okay with not being okay, don't we? So we're like, yeah, okay, that's where I am. I don't need to do anything about it right now. The biggest thing you've done tonight is acknowledge that, right? So now I'm going to share with you my favorite affirmation. And that one goes like this. So you can also, if you want to, you can place your hands on your heart. I always go with my left hand first. Some people do it differently, but that's because my Reiki hand is really strong on the left. So I go with that one. And let's just take a nice deep breath in together. Let's go in through the nose and out through the mouth. This time we're going to do that out through the mouth again, but we'll blow it away. Inhaling. Really exhale. So we're really just blowing all that away. We know where we are. That's why we're here. The third one, we're going to do an audible sigh. Inhaling. Like a relief. And you might even have a favorite one with that when you do it. Now with the affirmation. So closing the eyes, relaxing the face, relaxing the jaw, relaxing and wiggling the shoulders a little bit. You can continue one of those breaths, or a preferred breath of your choice, or just breathing normally. And I'm going to repeat this affirmation 3 times. Let's take a deep breath together. Out of this situation, only good will come. For the greatest and highest good of all. All is well, and I am safe. And so it is. Let's breathe that in for a moment. See if you can feel any subtle shift from the power of an affirmation, the power of words. Again, a deep breath, any way that you feel you'd like to do your breath. Breathing out all that no longer serves us anymore. Breathing normally as you like. Out of this situation, only good will come. For the greatest and highest good of all is well, and I am safe. So it is. Like you, but I can feel this group energy. I can feel that tingling, the emotion bubbling, maybe resistance there. That's okay. Try to allow it to come out, but if it doesn't, that's okay too, all in good time. Send kindness to wherever you're feeling any other sensation, any block. Take another deep breath in the way that you enjoy. Good. Out of this situation, only good will come. For the greatest and highest good of all is well, and I am safe. And so it is. And so it is. So it is. If you true repeat again that, and so it is with me out loud. It's optional, of course. Together. And so it is. Just gently opening your eyes and coming back into this space. Or you can keep your eyes closed and just stay in that energy. Starting to listen to what your body wants, what your mind wants. And be proud of yourself tonight. Be proud of yourself for being here, for showing up for you, for doing the work. This is the work. It's these subtle, gentle movements that take you down a river to another place where you want to be, without punishment, without grueling, with lightness, with joy, with love. I'll leave you with that love. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight. Lots and lots of love. And, repeat that to you tonight as you're going into bed. Just keep saying it and see if it helps. And meanwhile, keep looking for one that works for you too. Ah, that's so nice. And I made it within the 30-minute window. Well done, me. I will definitely post that affirmation, Ruth. That would be my pleasure. Welcome, Andrea. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your evening, and I'll see you for day 2 tomorrow. Bye for now.